Habits that every Stoic does in the morning. Are you ready to transform your mind and body at the dawn of each new day? Imagine starting your day not just with a series of routine actions, but with a ritual that forges the soul and sharpens the mind. Inspired by Stoic philosophy, thousands have adopted morning practices that not only discipline the body, but strengthen the spirit. This video explores 11 morning habits that, while seemingly simple, are acts of profound self-building and mental fortitude. The wisdom of the Stoics, from Seneca to Marcus Aurelius, guides us on this path of serenity and personal control. 1. Silent reflection. Before the first lights of dawn stain the sky with golden hues, the contemporary Stoic is already in a state of reflective serenity. Start your day with this prayer. Today I will be challenged by interference, ingratitude, disrespect, infidelity, hostility, and selfishness, as Marcus Aurelius reminds us in his Meditations. This moment is not just a pause, it is intense preparation for the adversities of everyday life. Why reserve these early hours for contemplation? The answer is simple yet profound. By anticipating obstacles, we transform our reaction to them. Instead of being victims of circumstances, we become architects of our own serenity. How can you apply this practice to your routine and transform daily challenges into opportunities to strengthen your character? Each morning, upon waking, dedicate a few moments to silence. It's not just about avoiding external noise, but about calming the mind and aligning with your deepest values. This morning exercise is not just a meditation technique, it's a mental strengthening ritual that equips us to face the day with resilience and equanimity. Imagine the possibilities if each of us started the day like this. We wouldn't just be better prepared to deal with minor irritations and major crises, we'd also be cultivating a more compassionate and understanding environment around us. What impact would that have on your personal and professional life? I invite you to try this practice tomorrow. Before you launch into the day's activities, take a deep breath, reflect on Marcus Aurelius's words, and mentally prepare to transform each challenge into a personal victory. What changes will you notice in yourself and your surroundings when you adopt this powerful practice? 2. Reflective reading. Just as our bodies need food to stay healthy and vigorous, our minds feed on knowledge. A Stoic, always eager for wisdom, benefits immensely by incorporating readings from the classics and contemporary writings on self-control and endurance through life's vicissitudes. But have you ever wondered how this practice can truly set the tone for a day governed by logic, not impulse? Starting the day with reflective reading is like drawing a map before a journey. By absorbing the teachings of philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, or even modern authors who discuss Stoicism applied to daily life, we prepare our minds to navigate emotional turbulence with greater discernment and serenity. How could this transform the way you face daily challenges? Imagine integrating this practice into your morning ritual. Choose a text that resonates with your experiences and dedicate a moment to truly ponder its lessons. As you read about the importance of maintaining emotional balance, for example, you are not just informing the mind, but also training it to recognize and regulate your own emotional reactions. And here's a reflection. How could daily reading of profound thoughts improve your ability to handle stressful situations at work or at home? By familiarizing yourself with these concepts, you become capable of applying them instinctively, turning each obstacle into an opportunity to practice calm and rationality. I invite you then to make reflective reading an essential part of your awakening. What insights do you believe you will gain from this practice? How do you imagine it will affect your interactions with others throughout the day? Try it and see how a simple habit can greatly enrich your personal and interpersonal journey. 3. Moderate physical exercise. The body is the temple of the mind, a statement that resonates deeply with Stoic principles of self-control and resilience. Caring for the body is not a matter of vanity, but rather essential maintenance for a robust mind. Why is regular physical exercise so crucial for followers of Stoicism? Stoics understand that a strengthened body is the foundation for a strong mind. By engaging in physical activities that challenge not only the muscles, but also the capacity to persevere and maintain calm under pressure, we cultivate both physical and mental strength. But how can we incorporate this philosophy into our daily routine in a way that balances challenge and well-being? Incorporating a regime of moderate exercises in the morning or throughout the day can be an effective method. Whether it's a reflective walk, a series of stretches, or a yoga session, choosing activities that resonate with your comfort level and health goals is essential. The goal is not exhaustion, but vitality. How can you adapt these practices to not only strengthen your body, but also prepare your mind for daily challenges? Imagine starting the day with an exercise session that not only activates your body, but also clarifies your mind, allowing you to face the day with a calmer and more focused presence. Now, think about the long-term benefits of maintaining a regular exercise routine. Beyond the obvious physical benefits, such as improved cardiovascular health and increased endurance, the mental benefits include reduced stress and improved concentration ability. How could this practice positively influence your personal and professional life? I encourage you to consider exercise not as a chore or a challenge, but as a celebration of what your body can do and a way to honor your mind. How could this change of perspective transform your approach to exercise and overall well-being? Try it and observe the changes in your physical and mental disposition. 4. Meditation on death. Memento mori. Memento mori, remember death. These words might echo with a somber tone, but for the Stoic, they serve as a powerful reminder to embrace every moment of life. The philosopher Emperor Marcus Aurelius warns us, "You could leave life right now." How can this perspective transform the way we live our daily lives? Understanding meditation on death, not as a dark cloud of despair, but as a motivator to act with purpose and passion, is crucial. Why not embrace this awareness as a drive to make every action an expression of our deepest values? How can this reflection accentuate the quality and intensity with which we live each experience? At the start of the day, imagine that each task you perform could be your last. This thought is not to generate anxiety, but to infuse a quality of presence and meaning into all your actions. Whether in a simple conversation, a work project, or even a leisure moment, living as if it were the last time elevates the experience to another level of depth and satisfaction. And how can we apply this concept throughout the day without falling into melancholy? Here is a practical exercise. At the beginning of each task, take a brief pause to reflect on the moment's importance. Asking yourself, if this were my last act, would I be satisfied with it? Can be revealing and transformative. Imagine the impact of this practice on your life. By valuing each moment as precious, you not only increase your engagement and appreciation for life, but also cultivate greater emotional resilience in the face of adversity. How could this change in perspective enrich your relationships and personal fulfillment? I encourage you to try this meditation on death in a way that celebrates life. How can this awareness help you live with more authenticity and joy? Reflecting on impermanence can be an invitation to live with greater fullness and purpose. 5. Visualization of adversities. The practice of premeditatio malorum, or visualization of adversities, is a cornerstone of Stoicism that teaches us to anticipate challenges and prepare our minds to face them with serenity. But how exactly can this practice help us cultivate greater resilience in the face of life's inevitable surprises? At the start of the day, take a moment to contemplate the potential obstacles that may arise. Imagine challenging situations, whether a complicated project at work, a disagreement with a friend, or personal challenges. How would you react to each of these scenarios? Visualizing these difficulties is not an exercise in pessimism, but a strategy to strengthen your ability to handle unforeseen circumstances calmly and calculatedly. Ask yourself, if a setback occurs, how can I maintain composure and find an effective solution? This reflection not only prepares you for the reality of challenges, but also develops a mental muscle that will be extremely useful when you actually face these situations. How can this mental preparation benefit your performance in various areas of life? By visualizing and planning responses to potential adversities, you become less susceptible to stress and more capable of maintaining focus and effectiveness under pressure. This process of anticipation and preparation can transform your way of facing difficulties, making you more resilient and adaptable. Now imagine the feeling of facing an expected problem and having an action plan ready. How could this change your daily experience and increase your confidence in your own abilities to handle uncertainty and complexity? I invite you to adopt premeditatio malorum as a regular tool for mental preparation. Try this visualization exercise for a week and observe how your attitude towards adversities transforms. How can regular practice enhance your ability to remain balanced and proactive in the face of challenges? Try it and discover the power of this Stoic technique. 6. Cultivating appreciation for existence and transforming life. Perception. In the Stoic journey, gratitude arises not merely as a fleeting emotion, but as a daily transformative practice. Instead of dwelling on what is lacking, a true Stoic turns their attention to the abundances present in their life. How can this focus on gratitude change our daily experience and enrich our perception of the world around us? Adopting gratitude as a daily practice is essentially choosing to recognize and value every aspect of our existence, from health to opportunities for personal and professional growth. By starting or ending the day listing things we are grateful for, we are not only adjusting our focus to the positive, but also strengthening our emotional and psychological resilience. Why is cultivating this sense of gratitude so impactful? When we focus on the blessings we already possess, the weight of our lacks and unmet desires begins to lessen. This process not only improves our mood and overall well-being, but also empowers us to act with greater generosity and compassion towards others. And how can we deepen this practice of gratitude in our daily lives? Start simple. Keep a gratitude journal where you daily note 3 things you are grateful for. This can include personal achievements, moments of connection with others, or appreciation for nature or art. Imagine the cumulative effect of this practice over time. How can regularly giving thanks alter your life perspective? What changes might you start to notice in your attitude towards challenges and interactions? I encourage you to adopt this habit of gratitude and observe how it transforms your worldview. By focusing on what you have, you open up space to receive even more, not just in material terms, but in life, satisfaction, and fulfillment. How do you think this shift in attitude could influence your personal journey and relationships around you? Try it and see how gratitude can enrich your life in ways you never imagined. 7. continuous alignment with core values. Returning to the basic principles of Stoicism is not just an exercise in memory, but a vital practice to maintain clarity and alignment with our essential values throughout the day. But what does this review entail, and how can it effectively guide our daily behavior? Stoic principles teach us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, focusing our energies on areas we can influence, our actions, our responses, our attitudes, while peacefully accepting what is beyond our reach, is the essence of Stoic wisdom. How can this understanding be applied in your daily life to improve your well-being and effectiveness? Additionally, the Stoics urge us to find a balance between desire and duty. While desire drives us to seek pleasure and avoid pain, duty guides us to act according to ethical principles and responsibilities. Revisiting this balance daily helps us make choices that not only benefit us personally, but also contribute to the greater good. How can you implement this review of Stoic principles into your routine? A useful practice is to dedicate a few minutes each morning to reflect on these ideas. Think about specific situations you anticipate for the day and how you can apply these principles to better handle these circumstances. Imagine the impact of this continued practice. By reminding yourself of these principles and consistently applying them, you develop greater internal fortitude and a more balanced perspective on life's ups and downs. How could this approach transform your ability to deal with adversities and opportunities? I encourage you to make this review an integral part of your personal development. By aligning daily with Stoic values, you not only improve your ability to live according to what you consider important, but also inspire others around you to do the same. How do you think this practice could influence your personal growth and your interactions with others? Try it and discover the power of this continuous reflection. 8. Planning the day. Daily planning for the Stoic goes beyond simple task organization. It is seen as a strategic opportunity to practice essential virtues such as discipline, justice, and courage. But how can this method of planning truly transform everyday life and enrich the personal journey with intentionality and purpose? When starting the day, the modern Stoic does not merely list what needs to be done. He reflects on how each activity can serve as a training ground for character development. Each commitment, task, and interaction is mapped not only by its pragmatic necessity, but also by the potential to cultivate and express Stoic virtues. For example, a work meeting is not just seen as a professional obligation, but as a chance to practice justice by treating everyone involved with fairness and respect. A personal challenge may be an opportunity to demonstrate courage, facing fear, and acting according to moral principles even under pressure. How to implement this intentional planning in your daily life? Start by identifying the virtues you wish to develop. Then look at your schedule and think about how each activity can help strengthen these qualities. This could involve everything from the way you approach a household task to how you manage conflicts in the workplace. Imagine the impact of this type of planning on your effectiveness and well-being. By viewing the day not just as a series of obligations, but as a series of opportunities for personal growth, each moment gains new meaning and depth. How could this perspective improve your satisfaction and performance in various areas of life? I encourage you to adopt this intentional planning as part of your routine. By doing so, you not only achieve greater clarity and focus in your daily activities, but also promote a more virtuous and meaningful life. How could this approach transform the way you view and live each day? Try it and see how the practice of virtues in daily life can enrich not just your days, but your entire life. 9. Commitment to continuous improvement. The commitment to continuous improvement is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Each new day is seen not just as another cycle of hours, but as a precious opportunity to advance on our journey of personal development. Improve then, without ostentation. And when you have improved, forget it, as if it were a loss, what you did before, advises Epictetus. But how can we incorporate this wisdom into our daily lives and truly cultivate constant and discreet transformation? This approach invites us to view each experience, each challenge, and each interaction as a chance to refine our virtues and skills. Rather than seeking external recognition or immediate rewards, Stoic continuous improvement focuses on the intrinsic value of personal growth and the satisfaction that comes from becoming a better version of oneself. How can you practice this continuous improvement effectively and discreetly? Initially, it is helpful to set clear and specific goals for your development, whether they relate to professional skills, personal attributes, or interpersonal relationships. Each step towards these goals should be accompanied by conscious reflection on the learning obtained and how it contributes to your broader vision of who you want to become. Furthermore, cultivating a spirit of humility is essential. Recognizing that there is always room to learn and improve allows you to view mistakes and setbacks not as failures, but as integral parts of the growth process. How can you integrate this attitude of continuous learning into all areas of your life? Imagine the impact of this constant practice on your well-being and effectiveness. By embracing continuous improvement, you develop not only greater competence in your activities, but also a more robust emotional resilience, ready to handle the uncertainties and demands of modern life. I encourage you to adopt this approach of silent and constant transformation. By doing so, you not only advance in your own goals, but also inspire those around you to seek their own growth. How could this dedication to improvement redefine your way of living and positively influence your personal and professional journey? Try it and discover the power of constant, unostentatious evolution. 10. The exercise of objectivity, the art of clear perception. Objectivity is one of the foundations of Stoic thought, vital for a balanced and deliberate life. This principle encourages seeing things exactly as they are, free from the mists of our subjective perceptions or exacerbated emotions. But how can this exercise of objectivity transform the way we face our daily challenges? Stoics advocate the importance of responding to situations based on concrete facts, not emotion-laden interpretations. By practicing the depersonalization of problems, that is, seeing them as mere events and not as personal attacks, we reduce our emotional reactivity. This allows us to approach each situation with rational calm, turning potential problems into opportunities for learning and personal growth. How to implement this objectivity in everyday life? An effective technique is the daily reflection exercise. At the end of the day, take a moment to revisit the events that occurred. Analyze each significant, challenging situation. Describe the fact as an external observer would. Identify what emotions arose and reflect on how you responded. Ask yourself, was there another way to interpret the situation? Were there other facts that I overlooked that could have changed my response? This practice not only helps develop greater clarity in the perception of events, but also enhances decision-making and interactions with others. By accustoming ourselves to separate facts from emotional fictions, we become more adept at responding in a balanced and effective manner, whether in crises or day-to-day. Imagine how this skill could improve your efficiency at work, your relationships, and your mental health. What decisions could be more informed? How could your relationships improve with a more objective and less emotional approach? I encourage you to try this practice of objectivity and observe how it can transform your life experience. By cultivating clear perception, you not only better face challenges, but also seize opportunities with greater wisdom and serenity. 11. Cultivating serenity, finding peace amidst chaos. In Stoic philosophy, serenity is not just a transient state of calm, but a deep condition of peace that remains constant, regardless of external turmoil. How then do Stoics manage to cultivate this lasting serenity in the midst of everyday chaos? And more importantly, how can we apply these principles to find our own inner peace? The first step is to develop what the Stoics call constructive indifference, an ability to remain emotionally detached from things that are not under our control. This is not apathetic indifference, but a deliberate acceptance that certain aspects of life, such as the behavior of others or unexpected events, should not disturb our internal tranquility. To cultivate this serenity, practices like meditation and mindful breathing are essential. Daily meditation helps to center the mind and strengthen presence, allowing for greater awareness in the present moment. Mindful breathing is a powerful tool for calming the agitated mind, particularly useful in moments of immediate stress. How to implement these practices in your daily life? Start with short meditation sessions in the morning or evening, dedicating a few minutes to observe your breathing and release the thoughts that arise. Throughout the day, especially in tense situations, take breaks to breathe deeply, focusing completely on each inhalation and exhalation, bringing your mind back to balance. In addition to these practices, adopting an attitude of active acceptance is also crucial. This means recognizing and accepting situations as they are, without resistance or frustration, which significantly reduces stress and increases the capacity for effective response. How to apply Stoic serenity in stressful work situations or personal conflicts. Whenever you face a challenge, remind yourself that the only thing you truly control is your response to the situation. Ask yourself, what action aligned with my values can be taken here, and how can I maintain calm at this moment? I encourage you to try these strategies for cultivating serenity. By doing so, you will not only find deeper inner peace, but also improve your ability to handle external chaos in a more effective and balanced way. How could this new approach transform your daily experience, making your life more peaceful and centered? These are the steps we walk together each morning in pursuit of a life not just endured, but lived with fullness and purpose. Now that you know the morning habits of the Stoics, why not start tomorrow? Subscribe to the channel for more insights on how these ancient practices can be transformed into daily actions. And don't forget to leave a like on this video. See you soon.